Today on Forbes, how a grisly injury threw a $5 billion drone startup off course. In April of 2024, a handful of U.S. Navy officers gathered outside of Fort Stockton, Texas, to watch defense tech unicorn Shield AI demo its latest drone. Called the VBAT, the autonomous aircraft was designed to launch and land vertically without a runway and could be piloted through war zones where GPS wasn't reliable. Shield had yet to announce a major contract for it, and the U.S. Navy's support was crucial to the company's hopes to sell thousands of the $1 million drones to the Pentagon. But as the 12-foot-long VBAT came in for a landing, things went sideways. Unlike most drones, which don't require physical intervention, Shield's operators needed to assist the drone in landing vertically, like a SpaceX rocket. Instead, it dropped to the ground and tipped over, resulting in a grisly incident. When a U.S. service member approached the drone, his fingers were caught in the spinning blades and partially severed. Shield AI has emerged as a lead contender in the increasingly crowded race against competitors like Anduril and AeroVironment to outfit the U.S. military with killer drones. The $5 billion valued startup, founded in 2015 by brothers Ryan and Brandon Singh, sells a suite of hardware and products, including autonomous piloting software that has been used to fly fighter jets. In March, it raised $240 million in a funding round led by Korean conglomerate Hanwha and American defense contractor L3Harris, with the goal of preparing the military for the future of autonomous warfare. The VBAT, though, has been the company's primary revenue driver. Co-founder Brandon Singh, a former Navy SEAL, told a congressional committee in September, quote, "I have personally led the effort to scale revenues from zero to hundreds of millions of dollars in the defense sector, something maybe only 3 to 5 people have achieved in the past 30 years. The incident with the U.S. Navy, which hasn't previously been reported, has spotlighted the risks brought by a new generation of hard-charging military startups seeking Pentagon contracts while hyping their companies to Silicon Valley investors, sometimes at the expense of physical safety. Shield AI CEO Ryan Singh confirmed the U.S. Navy incident to Forbes, and in an interview, he said that the VBAT, quote, had been flying almost 10 years with a perfect safety record, adding, quote, "The event was a surprise, and it was one that, frankly, I feel terribly about." But Forbes found that for years, as Shield raised hundreds of millions of dollars from investors like Andreessen Horowitz and billionaire Thomas Tull's USIT, its executives overlooked engineering issues and safety hazards that ultimately scuttled contract opportunities, according to former employees, internal documents, and legal filings. In 2022, almost 2 years before the U.S. Navy member was injured, Shield's then quality assurance manager, quote, reported a safety issue involving danger of propeller strike/injury to personnel due to unsafe blower handling. That, according to an unrelated lawsuit he filed against the company in October. Then in 2023, an employee's shirt was sucked into a propeller and shredded during a test flight, according to multiple people, one of whom raised alarms internally. After flagging concerns about the VBAT to executives, 2 former employees told Forbes they were fired. They said they were aware of several other employees being fired for similar reasons. 2 others told Forbes they became disillusioned and resigned when no action was taken regarding their complaints about the drone. When asked why Shield AI didn't adequately address the propeller hazard when employees first flagged it, Singh said, quote, numerous safety improvements have been made to the VBAT. He said, quote, today, VBAT retains a perfect record of no injuries when following trained procedures. Singh said the company has since passed 2 Pentagon safety audits. He also said Shield has addressed the propeller hazard in an upgrade to the VBAT announced last month, which included new landing gear that removed the need for human assistance during landing and takeoff. The company had hoped to generate more than $400 million in revenue and become profitable this year, mostly due to VBAT sales, according to financial projections shared with investors in 2023 that were obtained by Forbes. Shield no longer expects to hit those financial targets or reach profitability in 2025, Singh told Forbes. In a written comment, he said, quote, the mishap delayed the decision process of many potential customers domestically and internationally. But, he added, quote, We are back on track now. For full coverage, check out David Jeans's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.